Well, hello everyone. This is Craig Ries with Hollywood Junket. And man, did we just see probably one of the craziest finale announcements from The Voice in a long time. This past Monday was the top 8 semifinal round. Now we have a top 5 going to the finals next week. And y'all, it was not the top 5 I was expecting. So we're going to recap what happened over this last couple days. This is definitely your spoiler alert warning because I'm going to be talking about performances from Monday and then the results from Tuesday. So if you haven't seen the show yet, you may not want to watch this video just yet, or maybe you're here because you don't have the time to watch those episodes and you need a recap. If that's the case, definitely stick around. I'm going to recap my favorite performances and then who ended up moving on to the finale next week. So, like I said, we had the top 8 perform on Monday. They got to do 2 performances. They did their solo song, but then they coupled up with another contestant from the show and got to sing a Whitney Houston song. So it was really neat. A lot of the Whitney songs were her top, most popular songs, and some artists changed it up. Most of them kind of slowed maybe the song down, and it was really neat. It was really cool to see it in that kind of style. Like some of the styles that I saw have, in my eyes, have never been done before. So really cool. I definitely suggest going back and checking out those performances. But let me kind of tell you who I thought stood out on Monday night, which there was a lot. I will start off by saying I thought Morgan Miles had an amazing night. Now, she is the only artist left on Team Camilla. She had a great duet with Bryce Leatherwood from Team Blake, but then she got to close the show with a Lady Gaga song, and she was playing the piano. It was the first time she got to play the piano on the show. She was decked out in this white pearl gown with a train that was probably like 20 feet long, and it was just amazing. Like, she nailed the song, and it was really neat because she basically got to do 2 huge pop female artists that night. She got to do Whitney and Lady Gaga, which that's a tall order. That's a lot of pressure, especially for Whitney and Gaga fans. But I thought she just nailed it. Now, speaking of someone else that got to sing 2 pop artists that night, was Omar Jose Cardona from Team Legend. He, of course, sang a Whitney song, but then he also sang My Heart Will Go On from Celine Dion, from Titanic, probably one of the most recognizable songs ever. And again, killed it. This guy literally was on a stage that levitated towards the end of his song and was just belting out these notes and holding these notes for so long. It was crazy. I mean, this performance looked like a finale performance, and this was just the semifinals. So it was really neat. I actually got to interview all the artists after they performed live on Monday night. Those interviews are already up, so go check those out on our channel. But yeah, I talked to him about the pressure of singing a Whitney and a Celine song, both of them highly recognizable. And I just, he was just like, yeah, I didn't plan it that way, but it was fun. And I was like, yeah, it was fun. It was great for us fans, for sure. So yeah, some other standout performances. Bodhi continues to nail it every week. And as me and Ashley said on our recap last week, we definitely see Bodhi moving on. And I think we both said we see him winning. So not surprised to see him do another great performance. I also loved his duet with Brayden. We talked about this in our interviews, but they actually did I Want to Dance with Somebody, which is a very poppy, very fast song. And I was wondering how they were going to tackle it. And sure enough, they slowed it down, and it was great. It was really pretty, is the best way that I can describe it. You actually got to kind of hear some of the lyrics a little bit more, which I thought was neat. So I actually think that would be one of my highest suggestions to go back and watch if you want to go see just maybe a couple performances from Monday. That was one of my favorites. But yeah, Bodhi did a great job. I thought Justin Aaron from Team Gwen, again, this is her only artist on the show. I thought his performance was stellar. He opened the show. He had, I think, like 12 or 15 background singers, dancers on this huge, staircase behind him. And again, it was such a production. It looked like a Broadway show almost. And then he just was amazing. He sounded perfect and did a great job. And then anyone else I didn't mention, it's not because they did bad. Everyone is good. Parajita did amazing. Kim Cruz did awesome. We also had Braden from Team Blake and Bryce from Team Blake. They stepped it up. I will say, I thought Bryce sounded maybe better than he's ever sounded. He didn't do really anything different, but maybe it's a confidence thing. I just think he just sounded really strong. He sounded like a country artist, like a professional, long performing country artist. So yeah, he did a great job. And so after that night, I think I still felt, Morgan and Bodie were going to go through to the finals, but I just really thought there were super strong performances from Team Legend and Team Gwen that would get them through, and we would have, let's say a well-rounded top 5. I personally love to see at least one artist represented from each coach. And that was not the case. So let's talk about the results show. The first person to get saved was Bryce Leatherwood from Team Blake, which is fine. Like I said, I thought he had a great performance and has steadily just gotten better and better. But what this now means, if you're like me and you start thinking about the rest of the finalists, is I know Bodie is going through because he's just had this huge fandom all season, and he's just been impressing the coaches, and he's a shoo-in. He's a shoo-in. And I also think Morgan is too. So Bryce is in, and we know Bodie and Morgan are in. That only leaves one more spot. And now it's getting tricky because there's 1 left on Team Blake, but there's 3 left on Team Legend and just 1 left on Team Gwen. So, of course, I'm thinking the next person that made it in safely has got to be from either Team Legend or Team Gwen. And I was incorrect. So the final person to get the most votes and move on safely was Braden from Team Blake. So after Braden from Team Blake was saved, that means now 4 artists have to perform at this very last minute to get their last instant save chance from America. And those 4 artists are Parajita from Team Legend. We also have Kim Cruz from Team Legend, Omar Jose Cardona from Team Legend, and Justin Aaron from Team Gwen. And now America has to decide between these last 4. Of course, they all 4 get to perform for the last minute instant save. All 4 of them had amazing performances. And the last person to move on to the finals is from Team Legend. It was Omar Jose Cardona. And I mean, I'm so happy for him, but I would have been happy with all 4 of them. And to be completely honest, I do think there's a couple from that group that should have gone on to the finals. And actually watching the results, we say this every time, they pack in the results in like the last 45 seconds of the show. So they basically announce the winner, show them hugging each other, and then the show's done. So there's no moment to really kind of reflect or get emotional, but I did. And you could see all the emotions kind of go through Omar's eyes. At first he was shocked and then happy, but then sad to see 2 of his teammates go home, and I know he's also super close with Justin Aaron from Team Gwen. So yeah, that was rough. And it's just very interesting because if Team Gwen's Justin would have won, that would have meant that Team Legend lost 3 of his 3, and then John wouldn't have had anyone in the finale. But now it's the opposite. Team Gwen does not have any artists go into the finale next week. Team Legend has 1, Team Camilla has 1, and Team Blake has 3. So that's where it stands. I still say that I think Morgan Miles from Team Camilla and Bodie from Team Blake will be our top 2. I really hope to see Omar go super far. The guy is just so talented. So talented. And I could see him winning it too. It's very possible that maybe all those fans that are voting for Team Blake, maybe they vote they're the three, and then there's a surprise winner from Team Legend or Team Camilla. It could happen. It could happen. And this also goes back to another point that I would love your opinion on. If you're still watching this recap, please comment below. But this definitely does prove that the show does not produce these results, because I think the show would want at least one artist from each coach. That only seems fair. That only seems more fun for the audience. It's a competition between the coaches. But I've talked to many, many contestants in the past, many artists, and they have definitely confirmed that the show follows the law. There's like a California commission that checks these votes, the results, to make sure the show isn't changing it how they want it to see played out. And I think that proves it there, because I think, the fans of The Voice definitely have a coach favorite, and that is Team Blake. That is proven in the fact that he has 3 people going on, 3 talented people, but I do think 1 or 2 of them shouldn't have moved on over some others. And that's as nicely as I can put it for now. So anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I would love, love, love to hear your comments. Please let me know who your favorite artist is going into the finale. Who do you think will win? But I also want to hear, who do you think should have made it to the top 5? Should Justin have made it so Team Gwen could have had an artist in the show? Was there someone from Team Legend you wanted to see move on with Omar? I would love to hear your comments. But until then, we obviously will be back next week for a recap of the finale. And we have already confirmed that we will get to interview the winner of the show. So definitely check out and subscribe to our channel so you can watch our interview with them. But until next time, I will let you go. Again, this is Craig Ries with Hollywood Junket. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please go check out our past recaps and our past interviews. We've got a lot of great stuff from this past season that you should definitely check out. And until then, I'll see you next time. Bye.